All right, welcome to the first Kid Nation Red debate. I got, yeah, it's. I thought that was pretty obvious that we're doing the first council debate ever. So here's the rules. We're keeping it simple. Try to keep your arguments not too long. If I think you're going over time, I'll tell you. Rebuttals will only occur if you're brought up directly by somebody's answer. So, for example, I could say, K Epiphany's hairline isn't there, and he may or may not be bald in a lot of pictures. So I will give him a chance to rebut afterwards. I will make sure you know it's a
I'm gonna give
rebuttal.
you the pixel perfect measurements of my hairline. You can see. Yeah, I'm actually at the not at the balding stage yet. I have a couple more years.
Well, that's okay. Well, that's great, man. But so,
That's good,
make sure to
buddy.
mute during someone
Good for
else's
you.
reply. Going into our last rule, try to stay respectful to your opponents. So just don't be too harsh. Don't be too rude. I'm down. I'm down with with funny insults, but if it goes too far, then yeah, I'll pull the hammer out.
Yeah. Throwing down the gauntlet.
I should have bought a gavel for this. That would have been sick. All right, I'm going to ask for everybody to introduce themselves then, starting with K Epiphany.
Hey guys, let's sit up real quick. You know me, K Epiphany, bald guy of Kid Nation. Going my hair back very subtly. Who cares at this point? You may know me from biting people's knees and whatnot, and kidnapping children. It's been a very common thing going on recently. But you know what? I'm here to put that aside. Here to have some good old fun, debate, and just have a good time. Win or lose, who cares? It's the friends we made along the way. Also, I'm taking you all down.
Giggles.
Okay, I'm Giggles. You might know me from being the #1 ranked person on the server, and I want to be the next DK of the Red District, so vote for me, please.
Noise.
It's me. I'm here. You're there. It's happening. It's going down right now. That's all I gotta say.
That wasn't really an I don't think I know much more about you after that. But that's great.
That's all
great.
you need to know.
Okay. Well, that's not a very good case for you. All right. We'll go on to the first question. Same order. We'll keep it K Epiphany, Giggles, Noise, and then if the order gets changed because of rebuttals, we'll just figure it out from there. Impromptu. Simply put, the first question is why people should vote for you over the other candidates here. K Epiphany.
Okay. As a seasoned veteran of the Kid Nation Discord server, I have been here since the beginning. Tilt can back me up on this. Now, I have to be honest, I have been gone for a couple months. But you know me, I've been exploring, learning new things about the world, gaining life experiences. Being stuck in the little corner of Kid Nation Discord server may have kept me in my shackles for too long. But I grew as a person, I grew as a candidate, and I grew as your new Red District leader. I have the intellect to to demolish these puny minds. I'm just messing around. These guys are smart. They know I have no disrespect. But seriously, though, in all due respect, I'm going to try my hardest to please all of you. I want you guys to give me a second chance because I've let you down once. Remember, I was event manager. It didn't go very well. But that's just because I was trying to take it a little bit too seriously. But now I need a second chance of redemption. Giggles already has it all. What do I have? Knee biter, pedophile, child kidnapper. This is my redemption arc. This is my time. I rest my case.
All right, Giggles.
Okay, so so you should vote for me because even though I am trying to be very active, those who have been in voice chat with me know that I'm very quiet. So that means I'm a very good listener listener, and I'll listen to everyone's opinions and what they have to say, and I'll try to use my power to please the people and what they want. And like I said at the beginning, I want to be the next DK of the red district. So I want to emulate everything that he's did for it. So
Noise.
All right, let me get my prepared speech for this. So basically, right? So you should vote for me because I'm pretty much insane at everything I do. I go in and I'm the best. That's all. That's the facts. So for anything that might be planned in the future, as has been told to me that we might have even like competitions on cams, and I say I go all out I'd go all out for the red district. I'd go all out. One time in a Discord that I'm a mod in that has 15,000 members, I streamed myself mowing my entire lawn twice over. I go all out for anyone. I rest my case. And plus, look at
That's
Cape Epiphany. He
great.
has a vertical camera. What's going on? I can't. How are we supposed to trust that? There we go. I
Oh,
respect him a
well,
lot
I
more.
was going to ask for a rebuttal, but it seems like he just rebutted right now by changing it. All right, thank you.
Okay, let's get started. I gotta get
You
to
want to say
follow-
something? No, say something.
I gotta say something. Listen. Pure example of why I should be it. I listen to your feedback. I learn from my mistakes. I was vertical. Now what? I'm horizontal. What are you gonna do about it? I changed my mistakes. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow, and I'm here to thrive. And if I'm not given the chance to grow, live, and thrive, then how am I going to be a better person for my children and my children's children and the children in the Kid Nation Discord server and the adults in this kid?
Thank
Sorry, I had
you,
a
thank
stroke.
you. Yeah, that's fine.
I was getting
We'll
old.
move on. We'll move on after the stroke. We'll move on to the next question. How will the red district improve under your leadership? Cape Epiphany.
Now, let's be honest. We all know the red district has a rocky start. We have the least number of members of all the districts. And for what? Why not? What does red district not have that the rest of the districts have? And I'll tell you this: notoriety, dignity, intuition. That is something that the red district has never stand for. The red district has always been cast aside for the yellow district and their bratty brat selves, the green district with their I can't curse. Sorry. For the green district with their, their perfect little preppies, and of course the blue district with their jockey jock boys, and they're just who cares. Now the red district, we need to change, and we need to make this change. And I am the catalyst that will drive forward the fact that the red district will be great. And here is the simple solution: cover yourself in oil.
All right. That's great.
Sorry,
Giggles.
I rested the case.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, that
so
was a little bit.
as many of you who watch the show know, both the red district had a rough two leaders at the beginning with Mike and Gylan, but I'm not gonna let this happen to the red district. Okay, under my leadership, we're gonna get things done. If I'm leader, I'll make sure uh, I'll carry Epiphany's flame, and I'll make sure we all get covered in oil. And again, I'm gonna listen to the people and take all of their suggestions into account.
All right, noise.
So as I've said before, mowing the lawn on stream. I'll go all out for everyone. I'll do it whatever is needed in the moment, and whatever anyone has to say and any opinions that they give out, I will take those into consideration and think it through. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, moving on to the next question. Who are your role models for leadership? K Epiphany.
Okay, now let's get started for real. Now, my role models for leadership. Well, first of all, let's take to what everyone knows, for example, Kid Nation, who was a great leader in that respect. Now we look at the past Red District, just as Gizzle was talking about. We got what? Gylan and Mike and DK. Now, were they all notable leaders? No. But we can learn some things from them anyway. We can learn from Gylan how to take pressure and how to not take pressure. We can learn from Mike how to just not be Mike. And we can learn from DK how to be awesome and how to be a family man. You take all these life lessons that we learn from all these past Red District leaders and you combine them into one super Red District leader. That is me. Now you may be wondering, why K Epiphany after he's abandoned us? Well, there really is no good question. It's just something that comes down to faith. And sometimes faith is something that you gotta have in me. Like, take for example, we had no faith that the kids in Kid Nation were gonna survive, but they did anyway. Was it because of the producers? Maybe, but you know what? It still was funny, so that's all that matters. I rest my case.
Thank you. Giggles.
I have stated several times in this debate that I'm going to be the next DK of the Red District, and that still remains the case. I am going to follow in DK's leadership, and I am going to fix any of the problems that the Kid Nation server or the Red District have had in the past because of leadership, maybe like Mike's or Gylan's. And I'm going to make things right, and I'm going to listen, I'm going to pump everybody up, and I'm going to listen to everyone, and it's going to be a good time.
Thank you. Thank you. Noise.
All right, so as we hopefully know, as soon as all the members of Kid Nation got there, they all pretty much were in the biggest conflict so far, obviously, because they just got there and they had no organization. And my boy Michael, my brother of curly hair, he went up there and he took charge. He got everyone together, organized it so that everyone wasn't in complete and utter chaos. Another one of my leaders that I look up to, Abe Lincoln, he he took a divided nation right at the time. Everyone had different opinions. It was completely cut in half. And then he came up with a compromise to keep everyone together and organized and created a good nation.
Thank you. All right. Next question. What is your leadership experience and how is it better than your opponents? Okay, Epiphany.
My leadership experience. Well, let's take, for example, what I've already mentioned, the one leadership example I have in the server. Event manager. Now, as event manager, I try to make a lot of innovations. Like, taking, for example, I try to introduce Parsec as a way for us all to play games together. That wasn't just Jackbox, because let's be honest, as much as Jackbox is fun, we gotta get a little bit of that variety in there. So why not? But I never, and it inevitably failed. And then, of course, we just got bored and didn't play Jackbox. I tried to start us like a Kid Nation watching party. No one showed up. I just never. It all failed. It just failed. But we learned from that experience, and there have been better event managers that have came after me. And this, like I said, my whole campaign is about redemption because I have been demonized by everyone. But no, that's not the point. That's not the point. We're talking about my leadership experience. Well, let's take some real life examples for a minute. I was the flight commander of my JROTC flight. I instructed them to left face and about face and forward harsh. And to do that in front of top military United States officers is some of the most intense thing to have on your soul at once. But I managed to do it. Did they yell at me? Yes. Did I cry? But that's not the point. The point is that I do have experience. I promise, guys, please.
Thanks. Giggles.
Okay, so first of all, let's do the most recent leadership position. I am a sheriff in the server, and just like Sophia was in the show, I mean, who doesn't like Sophia? Um, and I, and outside the server, guess what? I have to do recess duty for K through 8 students. If I can wrangle children and make them behave, I'm pretty sure I can control a district. So I'm hoping that everyone in this district and the server can behave themselves better than kindergartners can. And so I'm sure that I'll be able to, if I can control them, I can lead you guys well.
All right, noise.
All right, so I'm in the Scouts. Bully me if you want, but it's pretty cool with the people we hang out and all that. So, much like K Epiphany, I've done a lot of the words they left me. All right, so like what is it called? What is it called? So we do the flags, right? We've done that in front of stadiums, all sorts of crowds of
Color
people,
guard.
and yeah, color guard, yeah. So I've led that. I've been a part of that for quite a few years, about 4 years, if I'm not wrong. And I've had a lot of leadership positions inside of the Scouts, and I've taken in as an instructor of the troop. I've taken in the newer kids that came in, and I always try to build them up so that they can become great scouts within the troop, and then it just builds off from there. And then the chain reactions as they teach the newer kids coming after them, and I just hope that I can do that the same thing here, basically. And also, I'm a Discord mod of a server with 15,000 people, so I also know how to create organization inside of a Discord server as well.
Thank you. All right. Our next question. How you plan on representing your district and even this server if you got elected? K Epiphany.
Much like Noise Broyce mentioned in the beginning, I'm willing to do whatever I can for the Red District. If it means getting all wild and crazy for them challenges, covering myself in oil, I'll do it. I do it all for the Red District. And you want to know why? Because they deserve it. They all deserve it. Those few who selected the Red District, they deserve the representation that they need, that they thrive for. That Red District has always been shunned for. But no. So why should I represent? Because I have all the natural qualities. My buttery smooth voice, my bald head, my childlike nature. I am all aspects of the server rolled into one person. And with that being said, I can experience the lowest of lows and the highest of highs that this server has seen. I've been through them all. Most of them, probably not a couple of them because I was gone. But still, even with all that being said, with all jokes aside, it seriously is a pleasure to be on this server and to be with these beautiful people, as awesome people. And if I can be the catalyst for more people to join and to people to see this and think, hey, what a smiling, friendly face. I want to be with him. Then I want to be that guy. All it takes is just a second chance. And that's all I ask. Thank you.
All right, Giggles.
I have stated several times, if I get elected, I'm going to be the leader's next DK. So I'm going to, at one point DK, he wanted to go home, but he stuck through it because he cared about his district and the town. And the same thing that goes for me. Sometimes the times will get tough, but I want to stick through it because I care about the people in my district and I care about the server. Because I care about the people on the server, I want to bring us together. I want to have more events like games like in VC chat and everything because the times I have done it, with other people, it's some of the best experiences because, getting to talk with just amazing other people in the server. So I think if we can bring more people together, not just from your own district, but from the entire server, I think we can make a better community.
Nice.
In the server, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna have heartfelt moments. We might even cry. Who knows? We will stick through it together. We will get through this, and we will have all sorts of fun. Any events that anyone might be interested in, we can try it out. We can see what goes on. We can see how other people like it. We can get all the opinions and come up with what ultimately everyone would like to do.
All right, thank you. Second to last question. We're about to wrap it up. What is your take on the other districts and what makes yours different or better? Cape Epiphany.
Well, I committed a very infamous war crime recently that involved me hopping around to every single district and saying blue district for life, green district for life, yellow district for life, and red district for life. Now you may be wondering, why did I do this when I chose to stuck with red district? Not only did I choose red district because of its lack of representation, I chose red district because of the fact that everyone else just didn't believe in it. Now, I have had my time in all districts, as he knows, as Tilt knows. Not only have I been in there just hopping around for seconds, I've looked through the people. They're all awesome people, regardless of the district. They're all awesome people. But Red has giggles and noise boys. We are some of the strongest individual minds that this server has ever seen. And to think that we are any less than any other server because we have some of the top memers, some of the most veteran Kid Nation Discord server users is just ridiculous. We are better because we don't care. We chose the red district out of our own intuition. And because of that, we are united by it, making us the strongest district, to say the least. Because we don't have that we're popular in that district. Because we have ourselves. And we are incredible people on our own. I rest my case.
All right, Giggles.
The red district, we may be the smallest district, but that doesn't mean we're the weakest, right? We have so many iconic and amazing and wonderful people in our district. But just because we have amazing people in our district doesn't mean every other district is trash. We need the entire server and every district needs to come together. And I think but I think the red district, we can lead by example. We can, even though we're the smallest, that means everyone can become super close and we can lead by example.
All right, thank you. Noise.
So I don't mean to fall into an ad hominem fallacy here, and I don't want to attack any other district for their qualities. So I'll just stay within our district. So basically, we have the incredibly flowing speaker, Cape Epiphany, with us. We also have the incredibly wording Giggles here. Incredible debaters. Incredible. They're really good. We have so many qualities in our district that just overpowers what the other districts could probably even produce. So, I rest my case.
All right, thank you. All right, last question, and then we'll be accepting questions from the chat, which I believe should have already been asked. All right, what do you want everyone to take away from this debate about you, your opponents, and the election? Okay, Epiphany.
Regardless of who wins or loses, we are all courageous for standing up and representing Red District. Because really, Giggles, she was a shoo-in from the start. She was expected to win. But we have both me and Noise Broyce just come in and say, hey, we are also powerful voices. Even if we don't win, we should be recognized as people who took a stand against the tyrant that is Giggles. Just kidding, that was a joke. But I just want them to take away that regardless of the jokes you guys make, I really am enjoying this server, and I really want this server to do great. And if it is under my leadership, that's awesome. And if it isn't, that's fine. But in all, yes, I don't know. I just really like the server. It's one of those unexplainable things that you just can't sum up with words. Maybe you guys understand it. If you don't, that's fine. But that's really just all I want to take away. That this server is awesome.
All right, Giggles.
Yeah, this is pretty much the only server that I'm really in, and so this server and community means a whole lot to me, and so I really do mean it when I say that I really care about everyone who's here, and I really want to listen to what people have to say, and hopefully I can make the what people want. Hopefully I can help. Bring not only my district's thoughts and opinions, but everyone else's uh, thoughts to fruition as much as I can. But if the other people think K Epiphany or Noise Broyce would be a better leader, you know, that's up to them. I'm pretty sure both of them would do a very good job either way. So
All right. Lastly, Noise.
So I saw in chat someone mentioned and asked if anyone was communist. Let me expand your ideas right here. So an oligarchy. We create an oligarchy with the entire district that is red. We are the color red, which is a color used by many communist countries. So we can expand these ideas and just create an oligarchy of our entire district at the top and overrule all the other districts.
Well, I was actually planning on like skipping past that question, but I mean you can tackle it. I guess I'm not going. Okay. All right. Question from the chat. We got two. Other than is anyone communist? That is not a question I am going to ask. I am appalled that you. I mean that's great. That's great. First question from the cable guy, Blue Elect. How you bring people together? It was regarded towards K Epiphany specifically, but I think this is a good question to ask everyone. K Epiphany, you go first.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys have heard my catchphrase, cover yourself in oil. But what does it really mean? Well, it all really boils down to the idea cover yourself, like, of course, you've seen oil in a frying pan with water. It just bounces off of each other. It just combusts. So, what if you would cover yourself in oil and go in the rain? You'd literally start flying, dude. It's incredible. Not only is that physically impossible, but it also represents what I want this server to be. Something that was something that was decreed to be impossible, but also incredible at the same time. We didn't think the server was gonna get this big. We have beautiful people here like Eric to guide the way for people to learn about this server. We weren't expected to grow as much as we did, but we did. Because of the ideas of oil and because of the ideas that we were able to interview Kid Nation students, past contestants. People are coming here in mass. We can make this bigger than any of us had ever anticipated. And that alone, the idea that we are all a conglomerate unit, will bring us together. Because we went against all odds to be together today. Thank you.
All right, Giggles.
So I've mentioned before in this debate that I really enjoyed being in VC chats. So I think it's not everything we'd have to do, but I think uh, coming together and playing games like Jackbox, not always Jackbox, but playing games together, making jokes and laughing, and just being able to get to know each other more in a more kind of informal setting. I think really brings people together. And I'll listen to the people in my district and the rest of the community. If they have ideas, I can bring those up and hopefully see if we can work those out.
All right, Noise.
All right, so most of us explained our leadership and how we can bring things together through our experiences, as said before. So, oh my god, my words are so incredible today. So, like I said, I was in the scouts, and that's an incredible experience for me to bring all those people together. When you're above everyone, you're expected to do great things and bring everyone together to create a good experience for everyone there and involved. And also, coming off of what K. Epiphany said, I will make sure that everyone in the red district is able to get this oil, cover themselves in it, and rise above all the other districts that are water, unmatchable to the oil covered red.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Next question from the chat from Pickles, Yellow Elect. Rather hard question. Who is your favorite kid from Kid Nation? K Epiphany, you go first. Hey,
This
I'm
was the
taking the.
one
I'm just taking
question
the
I
chat
didn't
questions.
want to be asked. Come on. Okay. There's so many to choose from. Too many to choose from. 40 kids? Take away 20 of them. 20 of the unknown ones. So why? Well, personally, I have to go with Guyland. Just because of how many people everyone got so mad at him. Someone that starts something to the point where people are so pissed off at a little kid is incredible. And I wish that there were more people like him in that show. Besides, you know, Greg and stuff like that. But everyone expects him to be disobedient. He's a 15-year-old rebellious teenager. This is an 11-year-old boy who works at a zoo. And he's just going around saying, you guys need to start working harder because, you want the prize. He's over here getting people pissed, and it's incredible the balls that kid has to stand up to everyone, to Sophia of all people, to stand up to them. I aspire to be like Guyland. Not to give up, though. You take some aspects of Guyland, you take other aspects of Guyland. You throw the other ones out. But I will not quit on you. Take my word for that.
All right, thank you. Giggles.
I think, as many people might have picked up by now, pretty much my favorite kid on Kid Nation was DK. He was the peacemaker the entire time. He was a leader, even when he wasn't on the council. Sometimes he was a better leader than the people who were actually on the council. Um, he was someone everyone loved. When he wanted to leave, I don't think there was a single. I think every single eye in the room was teary. Okay, no one wanted him to leave. He was my favorite kid, and I was so worried that he was actually going to leave in that episode, and I was almost brought to tears. But my second favorite kid was probably Alex, just because for a 9-year-old kid, he was so smart. I'd be impressed if an adult was as smart and insightful as he was, but he was only 9 years old, and I am very impressed by him.
Thank you. All right, Noise.
So, my favorite kid on Kid Nation would probably be Michael. He's just legendary. Everybody remembers Michael for standing in front of everyone that he didn't know in the very beginning and just making a statement that they can do this and they can get organized and thrive in their Bonanza town. No one beats him in just legacy. He just led the entire town to be so much better than it could have been without him. And I'm very confused why K. Epiphany really wants to be hated, but he can do him.
All right. I think our last message or our last question from chat, which is specifically, from my famous Discord mod who asked such a brilliant, great question: is anyone communist? Of course, you couldn't forget him for that. For Noise specifically, you said you're a mod of a server with 15,000 people. Yeah, I think I can read numbers. 15,000 people. How would you actually give the server your full attention, and how can we know this server comes first? Specifically for Noise.
Being put on the spot. The best speaker here. So, what is the question asking?
For Noise, you said you are a mod of a server with 15,000 people. Would you actually give this server your full attention, and how can we know this server comes first? So because you're a mod on such a big server, how can we be sure you can put all your attention onto this server?
Alright, so wait. Alright, so in that server we have a great team also up there. So we have it very organized and set up in such a way that we deal out all of the words. Interesting. So it's very organized, and we keep it together so that we can divide our power and manage the server evenly, if that makes any sense to you. And I spend a lot of time on here just making sure to keep people happy, make sure no one is being just straight up bullied or anything like that. Just make sure that that's all sorted out and no one gets left out and has a good time. And I have a great team over there, and I believe in them, and we can all rely on each other. And I'd like to do the same thing here and create a good team that we can all work together.
All right, thank you. I think that's the end of the debate. Thank you everyone for coming. Noise, Giggles, and K. Epiphany, really great job from all three of you. Makes me excited for the next 3 debates as well. I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks also to Eric Barber for hijacking my Twitch account and streaming on there because my computer is so trash it just can't stream this. This will be going on the BonanzaBanter YouTube channel afterwards. I implore everyone to subscribe and follow to my Twitch account, Unfair Tilt, and subscribe to BonanzaBanter on YouTube. Thank you again for everyone coming. Good debate. Good debate.